This program is exactly what its name tells. It allows you to create and edit SVG lines. At the start, you can set the required SVG element size. There are two input elements for that. If you input a width or height more than what is available, it will be set to the maximum available value. While moving the mouse around, the X and Y fields display mouse pointer coordinates only if the mouse is inside the SVG element. Clicking on the SVG element will start the creation process by placing the first point. After a point is placed, the input width and height elements are disabled, and you cannot change the SVG size. Delete button removes the point, and input is enabled again. Evidently, to define a line element, 2 points are needed, so the line is created after the second point is placed. Now you can drag and drop any point to edit the line. By the way, before placing points, you can set the line color and width. It is possible to change any SVG line element. After all is done, you can copy the whole SVG element to the clipboard and copy it to where it is required. That is all about the functionality. Now to the code performing all this. One important note. Throughout the code I use destructuring assignment syntax extensively. It allows you to make the program concise and save time typing. If you are unfamiliar with it, it makes sense to pause this tutorial and read about it. Okay. I will explain the program's logic in general, not going too much into details. There is commentary for almost every line to explain every step and variable used. In body elements are the wrapper. It wraps everything and occupies the whole viewport. The container. It has two children, main and SVG elements. The container and its children are styled in such a way that both children are in the center, have the same size and overlap. That is needed because lines are SVG elements controlled by points, which are ordinary div elements with rounded corners to give them a circular shape, and they are placed inside the main element. To synchronize the points coordinates represented by the div inside the main element and the SVG line points, main and SVG elements have the same position, width and height. This all enables relatively simple code to edit SVG lines when points are dragged and dropped. In the global variables section are two variables. They all are required to perform a drag and drop operation for points. They are set by the mouse down and mouse up events. Obviously, these events start and end the drag and drop operation. One input event on the header element will call the setSizes function to change the SVG element size. These input elements are disabled when there are points present, and enabled when there are no points. The mouse move event performs two operations: display local coordinates within the SVG element, and if the drag and drop operation is active, move the point and update the SVG element. Click on the main element, which calls the createLine function to create points, and if it is the second point, create a line element too. As already told, mouse down and mouse up start and stop drag and drop. 7 functions inside the logic section. If I start the story what they do, it will be 1 hour long. In my opinion, it is more effective to explain how they work in commentaries. When the program starts, the setSizes function is called to set the main and SVG element width and height, as well as set max attributes for input elements. An SVG element can be bigger than the container holding it. File location is in the description. I scroll the file now. That's all for now. Have a nice one.